Now. So, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. This is a Salem by Night 18 and up only venue scene. That does not mean you will see pornography in this game, people, who for some reason we have two viewers. We will start in the playground where we have two fresh faces who have joined. uh, Three, actually. Sorry, I forgot Johnny's is a fresh face also. We'll start with Walter. I'm assuming you've been talking about trying to get Mel Gordon more in shape. You're working out.
Uh, yeah, he'd be
You'd be using the jogging trail.
uh jogging trail, maybe the gym with the window open, something like that.
Okay. So then that would just leave you working out and then these three lovelies. Which one of you would like to go first, or shall we roll on it?
Hmm.
So the girl will look over at her lovely bear, who is not a bear right now because he can't be, and she's just
Exactly.
she's like holding a cookie up, and she's like
The
teasing
bear
him
of
with it.
Mother Nature.
His nose is twitching, and he just like leans forward and just like eats all the cookie in one bite. And he just as he's just like is like cupping his face as he chews.
Even though it is almost winter, you will notice there is a small bit of frost forming around the playground also. Well, since it's almost fall, there's frost, though, which is rather early for frost to be forming.
Case is just kind of like looking around, and he's like, it's a little cold out, huh? And he like wraps her up and pulls her in, and he's like, it's okay, I'll keep you warm.
She nuzzles him.
He's like patting her head.
Case, Daddy is winter.
But
I don't think he's around, but she'll kind of wiggle.
But even if you are winter, you still gotta get warm and bundle up. You have
I'm
to.
not winter. I am autumn. Hello. She'll
Well,
flip shake her head.
exactly. You have to bundle up even more then. And he just like wraps her up tighter. He lets go, and he puts her on his shoulders, and he's like, I'm sorry.
I swear to God, my life flashed before my eyes. No, it was short. It was powerful.
So you'll notice for the most part, the playground is completely empty. There's a lot of children there that make no sense at this hour of the day. They should be at school, not, in the playground playing. One doesn't even look like he's young enough to be playing, but he's swinging with a girl. He looks like 18 and he's dressed in, your stereotypical fuck my parents punk clothing. Like he's got a cigarette from one mouth, he's got multiple piercings, he's got the long hair. Occasionally he'll stop swinging and get up and push the younger looking girl who's like dressed like a hippie. She looks like a modern day hippie. And there is a huge community board with all kinds of listings like job seeking, employees, rent from us now, lost cat, missing child posters, looking for a date for Detective William Black, James Black on the bottom.
So Rose is actually
James
over
Black,
at the bulletin board, at the community board, looking at all of these posts. Like,
You
wow.
will notice most of the posts are missing children and missing pets. And there are about 20 missing pets, and there are 4 missing children. One has been taken, just written on it, found deceased. for the 5th missing poster for the child.
She kind of grimaces at that one, like, oh. But she looks at as she's looking at it. She says to herself, "I think that we're in a Stephen King novel."
Case kind of leans over and he looks at like the pug boy on the swing and he's like, he's frowning a lot. You think I should make him smile?
Oh God.
Yes. She just says yes.
I had to check
So-
my list of NPCs that are regularly in the playground, and 2 of them aren't changeling or mages, so this is going to be fun.
So Case is skipping with Ella on his shoulders up to the punk boy.
He literally stops the girl mid-swing so she does not kick.
Hi, I'm Case, and he offers his hand.
He inhales sharply and goes, "Hi, I'm $50 for a HJ, 200 for a BJ."
As
Girl
hears
kind of
this,
tilts her
turns
head.
around.
Like, what's that?
Brow quirk.
BJ? And he just like puts his hands over her ears. Rose, you
Case,
completely hear the conversation, by the way.
Yeah, she heard that. She turned around, her eyebrow quirked, like, what the fuck?
Case, like, he didn't actually understand what the abbreviation was, and he just kind of looks over at Ella like, what is he
She'll
saying?
shrug her shoulders and pull her purse up, her little sparkly kitty purse, and pull out $50 and lower it down to him.
So Rose comes over. Oh, you really don't want to do that? No.
I'm buying
Case
it for my father.
I've got the most talented hands in the whole town. Ask Spring, they said so.
Yeah, she'll shake her head and she's like, I know what a BJ is. I'm buying it for my dad. Not for me.
Fair enough. she just shrugs her shoulders and like carry on.
She'll give him the 50.
He'll uncover the child's ears, take the money and hand it to her and go, use part of it to go get a snack. Pick me up in 20 minutes.
She thumbs up.
By the way, the little girl, I would say, doesn't look a day over maybe 8 or 9 years old. And it's literally noon. He'll kind of look between the adults. So, now that Esmer is gone, what's up?
Me! Wee!
She's what's up, and he spins her on her shoulder.
Yay!
He'll look at Rose like, do you know these people?
She shakes her head. Nope, I sure don't.
Now that you're closer, you will also notice he has no white to his eyes. They're completely black.
Oh, that's she notices that, and it doesn't not put off by it, but just like, okay, that's peculiar. Can she tell?
You can make an occult roll to try.
Okay. Make sure. Yes, I do have a cult. Is it wits or intelligence?
Wit, since you're not studying, you're trying to glance.
Okay. So, dice rolls.
There's a Discord thread that I have for dice since they took dice off here.
I found it. I know. I hate that they took our dice off of Dice Stream.
Well, while you make that roll, he is totally like motioning at Case, going, "So is that your daddy?" And inhaling again. He also does not finish cigarettes. He does them about halfway, puts them out, and gets a new one.
Do you mean daddy with the big D or the little d? Because this is my daddy with a big D. She'll point down. And then my daddy with the little d is the one the blowjob is for. And she'll nod.
What's his name? Where is he then?
She'll fish a card out from from her bag and hand it to him. Ika.
While he reads over that, let's look at this dice roll.
I got 1 success.
He is not a mage and not a changeling, and he feels cold to you.
Oh God. So
He's not a vampire either. I'll give you that.
Not. Oh, he's not a vampire. Okay, because that would be her next. Okay. Well, she thinks that that's a bit peculiar, but she's not gonna say anything. She's just like, huh. Um.
By the way, what context do you use? Because your eyes are really interesting.
What are contacts?
Well, I was told that you could put like things in your eyes so you could see and everything, but people also put them in their eyes so they could like color them. I don't use them.
You notice when he blinks, the left and right side of his eyes are almost reptilian. They open and close instead of his eyes blinking like a normal human.
Case just gives him like the sweetest, like, oh my god, too precious for this world smile.
Yeah, Rose has no idea. Like, she's never seen anything like that before. So she's just like,
he'll blow his smoke at Casey, and he's like, "Where do you get your fur and your little body?" I'm looking at my crossover rolls right now for this.
Case will be like, my fur, I got it from when I was in Arcadia. That's where we all get that, right? He's not even.
God, you're Yos. Is all he says and spits. Tell him I didn't do it. I didn't take anything from Spring. I'm a good boy. And he starts walking off.
I feel like that man might be unstable. And this is coming from me.
did the little girl go with him?
No, she's still in the park. He literally walked over, got his change, and left. Like, told her to follow if she wants to. Old man will be at the house soon.
Okay.
Which she's just chilling. Like, she's gone over to the merry-go-round and is, like, making it spin by herself right now.
Rose just keeps an eye on her in her peripheral vision.
You will notice on the shawl she wears around, like, her head and her shoulders, it looks almost like the butterflies are alive on it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, you know what? Correction to what I said before.
I was actually just about to ask if you were going to come this way.
Yeah. Mel is actually jogging in the park on the path. And he's just gotten to the notice board, checking it for changes.
You see the reference for Lucio trying to find a date for Black.
Yeah, Mel will pull out his phone and snap a pic of that and just chuckle and leave it up. And the one that says found deceased, he'll snap a pic of that and actually pull that one down and fold it up.
Yeah, which that one that one's known. I put the notes in the PD thread.
Okay.
I believe Mel has met Esmer before, by the way.
Esmer. Remind me? It's been a while.
I'll put her picture up real fast.
Okay.
I don't want to just say it out loud until one of them succeed their roles fully.
Okay.
Is that one it? No, that's the guy's overlay. That's her bodyguard, the guy that's with her.
Oh, hey, I made that overlay.
Yeah, you know who it is. There we go. There's Esmer. She was the one you were telling to go home who was in the park at 3 a.m.
Wow. Hug.
fucking
Yeah, so
control of their children.
yeah.
I can't hear you. You roboted.
Oh,
There we go.
okay. What you said again before?
I said she's the one that Mel was telling he needed to go home and he'd escort her home when she was in the park at 3 a.m.
Okay.
You also see these three people who were handing money to the guy with her who left. With the money.
You see
Okay.
my character keeping an eye on the little girl. She doesn't want to let her roam unattended.
You see the brightest, sunshiny character just smiling and beaming towards people and looking with like childlike innocence at everybody.
Okay.
And when he sees him looking over that way, he waves. Hello.
All right.
Poor
I'm
Gordon.
gonna turn on Supernal Vision.
Oh, of course you are.
Aw.
So, if at one at
Kids
a time,
in the park.
I was going to say, if each player, one at a time, wants to describe what their Feymine looks like to Walter, that would help him a lot.
Okay. When you see Case, he looks like one of those store teddy bears that are like life sized and like just fluffy and warm, and like he has but like the ears and everything. He just looks like a teddy bear.
Is
Ella
he
has
life size, as in human sized, or
He's like human sized teddy bear,
okay?
and
Alright.
he also has a little bit of armor on.
Armor.
He has like a metal breastplate.
Okay.
Ella has very what could be called angular, like elven features. It's more like a draconic cast to them. And you notice that she has scales in places that kind of shimmer with almost an iridescent sheen. Not one color, but many. You do notice that every once in a while her coloring changes. Like she'll either start having red hair or she'll have like sunset colored hair. And she has like long black nails, but they look like talons, not like a manicure. And she's a draconic.
Figured. Okay. All right.
So
Rose is next. And then
yeah.
I'll give a description of what you see when you look at Esmer.
So Rose's Feymine looks very similar to her mask. A lot like what's in the overlay. Is a
On the
more
left there.
it's a more
Okay.
regal version, but there's a bit of darkness. She's a fairest muse, is what she is. Her Feymine seems just slightly darker than her mask does.
So a bit shadowy.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she's just a more, basically a more refined version of her mask.
All right.
Okay, with Esmer, it's not a Feymine you see. You see Esmer there. But everything on her seems to be moving and alive, and it seems like blood is pouring out of her eyes.
Yeah, it's not creepy at all.
Not of it.
Like the
Yeah.
butterflies are what moves the most. Her butterflies, like originally looked like they might be alive on her scarf, with your vision, they are alive and they're all over her. They're crawling out of her ears. There's little ones hanging out, fluttering their wings on the corners of her eyes. They're coming out of her mouth when she laughs.
Okay. All right. Yeah. This guy in a track, more sweatpants, and just looking at the board, and occasionally do.
So the pretty little
And
dragon girl.
sweeps
Oh,
as
sorry.
he sweeps, his left eyebrow starts going steadily higher. As as y'all describe, he's scanning you, and his eyebrow just keeps going up. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, the pretty dragon girl will walk over to him and kind of look at him like, hi.
Yeah, Case bounds up as his eyebrows like hit his hairline.
Hi.
Not quite hairline, but at highest point. Like,
she just keeps saying hi until he says hi back.
Hi. He's just waving. Like he's right there at his person, waving at him like, hello, hello.
Hi.
Rose is just looking at him.
It's like, hello all.
A wave.
I would ask what kids are doing away from school at this time of day, but
I'm 25.
What'd you say, John?
She says I'm 25.
No, meaning the others that are younger.
Oh.
But considering company,
to answer your question, yes, you all, when you arrived to town, would have noticed school is in session. And the kids that are scattered, dotting throughout this park are not dressed like the school kids. Like, the school kids are now wearing a standard uniform of dress shirt, nice jeans, dress shoes. These kids are just, they look like they're in hand-me-downs and stuff. Walter's character, by the way, I don't know if he's wearing it right now. He can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm assuming you still have your badge visible around your neck.
No, it is not visible.
Okay, then they wouldn't know. You just notice he seems very straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we love him.
Yes.
He's still coming to grips with what he can do. It's kind of mind-blowing, but anyway. So, what's a bunch of misfits? And he says it with a grin. And he just says it to the group at large.
It got really, really, really hot in the kitchen, and no, that's not a euphemism for something. So we had to get out for a little bit. That and my dad was telling me we spent too much time cooped up inside, and so we left for a little bit. She'll nod.
That, and he said that I would eat the whole store clean, so...
That's really what it is, actually. It's that he's going to eat the entire store clean if we don't get him out of the house, so... But I wanted to be nice. She'll just look at him.
But I like food. He pouts.
No, you love food, okay?
He looks straight at Case and says, does he make a lot of honey buns? And he just like...
honey buns? She texts her father like, watch out! You might come back!
So his leg just kind of starts tapping a little bit because he's thinking about honey buns now.
The little girl has stopped spinning to pull out one of those little Debbie honey buns to munch on it.
So you just get a case.
She starts tearing through her purse. can't have that. You can't have that. You can't have that. You can have this. Hold on.
Case
She's saying,
slowly starts walking that direction towards the honey bun.
no.
She's already like eaten half of it and holds the rest out to him.
He's
Aw.
just like, he glows and he just like, thank you. And he
Oh
just,
God, he's gonna take her home.
oh, I
Mel,
love you.
Mel puts a hand over his mouth at what he just did. What did. I knew I'd get that reaction out of a bear.
By the way, Mel would notice their court mantles also with the
Yeah.
spell he used,
Okay.
which
Okay.
I believe Rose is the strongest at mantle 3.
Yep, and it's an autumn mantle, so there's a lot of dead leaves around, and I don't know if he can smell their mantles, but for hers, visually at least, it's a lot of
You
dead
can,
leaves that are starting to dry.
yeah.
Also, with the striking looks, it stands out.
It does, yeah.
Walter.
Like she's very much.
What?
Walter, this basic bitch over here smells like a pumpkin spice latte.
Right? She does.
Ella does.
And like really rich fucking cashmere. Yeah.
Oh God, I thought of a bad joke. I'm sorry for this,
Oh.
Johnny. This is happening.
Do
As
it.
Rose walked over to, I'm gonna call her Bella for short.
It's Ella,
And
but yeah, go ahead.
Bella and sniffed at her and goes, "You smell like the pie at home."
I know, right? I love you. She'll hold her arms out for her.
Can we keep her? Because she offered me a honey bun. And he
I
just
don't
like,
know. Pies
Rose-
belong to anyone? She'll say to her.
he starts eating
I
the honey
belong
bun.
to the old man of Salem. He takes care of everybody, even the fairies.
Fucking
Sometimes he puts the fairies in boxes, though.
God. Show me on the case where you're being touched.
She looks very confused and tilts her head.
Never mind.
Hello again, detective.
This is the little girl with the
Butterflies
bloody
in the
eyes.
blood.
Oh, okay.
Oh, by the way, Case smells like honey and like just. It's honey and like. It's very small scent of honey. And like. I can't describe it. Kind of like
Brown
Ella.
sugar.
Yeah, honey and brown sugar.
You'll notice
Oh, God.
she smells odd, almost like she smells like dried leaves, like Rose, but other than that, she doesn't have any other scent. But she smells like the leaves because she was just playing in them along with the equipment. And like she's constantly flipping like this quarter that looks like it's got a red stain on it.
Okay.
And yeah, Rose, along with the dead leaves, smells like fresh dirt from a graveyard and apples and cinnamon, like all of the fall smells in one. And she and you and he does get like this little twinge of dread. Like it's not overpowering, but it's just like okay.
She's autumn mantle. It makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sort of looks around. Well, and he like walks over. Like, is there a park bench?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
there's
what they're
benches
sitting
all
around?
over. And
Okay, he
everything
goes.
faces the play equipment because it's for kids and parents.
So he'll like walk over to a free space on one and just sit down. All right. So a teddy bear, a half dragon.
There is nothing half about me, sir.
Case rests his chin on
trying to
her
think of names,
fiery
And
head.
he's,
The little girl
and he's
points
trying
at
to
Rose
think of
and a scary
concepts.
queen.
What? The little girl with the
Yeah,
butterflies.
yeah, Esmer. She's
Uh,
called Rose the Fairy Queen now.
Fairy Queen. That's great. Yes. Thank you.
Rose the Fairy Queen.
But yeah, Case has Ella wrapped up in his bare arms, and his head is resting on her from behind, and he's just like looking over at him.
She did this, by the way. She did that.
Are you gonna make dragon teddy babies?
Yes. Not.
He's not.
All right. He just looked around. He's watched it, just looking around like, "Oi!" He said, "All right."
You look very confused.
Since I've got you at a slight advantage, I might as well tell you what's up with me since we're in interesting company.
Rose will nod, kind of fold her arms like, yeah, why don't you tell us what you are?
Esmer is smirking as if she stole a cookie from the cookie jar.
Been to the hedge. Actually, no, wait, I have with a previous associate. Anyway,
Oh my god, I
Oh,
remember that.
wow.
I
that's not my
remember that
source.
again.
But that's not what I am. I've more been to a tower.
She
When
looks
my
at him.
eyes were open.
He's a wizard. Is all the kid says.
You're a wizard, Harry, and he just.
You're a wizard!
Rose cracks the fuck up. Oh, that is fantastic.
So Mel.
Except you know the one in the cafe just sort of stirring his coffee without touching anything? Not even a
Yeah, the
wand?
one who was reading a brief
That's
history
more
of
my
time. I
style.
love you. She runs over to Mel, and this tiny 4'10" bitch just flings herself at him and like just glomps him.
Good thing he's sitting down. He just
Just boop on him as a location.
like look at her like,
Uh,
Case,
Case,
what I check.
Case motions closer, and he says, "Do you have treats too?" His nose wiggling. Sniff,
She
sniff.
opens her mouth. Ah.
He opens his mouth.
The child looks at Rose and goes, "If this is what coffee really does to adults, I'm glad I don't drink it."
Our dad doesn't let us drink coffee. Well, my dad, I guess it's his dad because we're married, but he doesn't let us drink coffee.
Good boy.
She looks to Esmer, is that her name?
Yeah.
She looks to Esmer and she says, I drink coffee. I'm not like that.
Yeah, but you're more like brother. Except for I don't think you trade money for whatever an HJ is.
Definitely not. No. She just like,
As soon as he
Shakes
hears
her head
the initial,
emphatically.
he hasn't been privy to the conversation till now. He just lifts up a finger and points it at her. The dad finger.
The dad
It's like,
finger.
kid.
She smiles very
Doesn't say a
innocent.
word, just points. It's like,
You can't tell me to go home. I live here.
You live here in the park?
Who
She
wouldn't?
slides off.
Great.
She slides off Mel's lap, by the way.
okay. He completely ignored her after a little bit. It's just like,
As
whatever.
most people do. You just kind of accept that after a while.
Throwing themselves at him. He's been to Twilight Satin Kissed. He's used to women just going, ah.
And his presence is one. Think about that.
It's not your appearance that's getting him.
Ooh.
Whatever.
Esmer's grown bored with the conversation, and she's sitting on a swing across from you guys, humming as she swings. She's waiting for the conversation to get interesting to her again. You will notice some of the children have started to leave as soon as Mel has arrived. Like, they're shifty-eyed watching Mel and leaving with very large backpacks.
Uh-huh. He's watching as they go, just slightly nodding. Like,
Rose goes over to her. And she here's a she looks to her and she says, you said you live here. You live here in the park?
Only when it's sunny. Brother makes me sleep inside when it's raining, though. But he knows he can't really force me if I don't want to. I can beat him up.
I bet you can.
Yeah, his kind are always all. She kind of like makes a wave motion with her hand.
What up?
I don't know the.
What is?
I don't know the word to describe what he's like. Inadequate. There we go. That'll work.
Yes, that's great. She snorts.
oh,
Puts her hand over her mouth like, oh, that was good. What about you? What about
me? What?
What's your kind?
She kind of tilts her head, closes her eyes, and she goes, "The butterflies say not to tell you.
Oh, why not?
They're in charge."
She'll nod. Okay.
Ooh,
But she'll
you're
look to
friends
her and
with
see if she can try and figure it out.
You're friends with butterflies? That's awesome.
I wouldn't say friends. They're too old to have friends. But they take care of me, and in trade, I let them inside of me. Yes, out of character, I know how wrong that sounds.
It sounds
Yeah,
yeah.
no, I wasn't
But it
complaining.
is a child.
Rose just she's not bringing that to anybody's attention. She's just okay.
Walter, if you want to make that a cult roll like Rose did earlier, you can with the details now.
what kind? Intelligence or
Wits and occult. Because you don't have any of your tomes from the sanctuary on you.
it'd be kind of silly. Oh. Same
By the way,
way.
Kate, she laid out more honey buns for you and the wife.
He's opening them up and he's just like happily nomming them, and he like crosses his feet and like sits cross-legged in front of her like, I love you.
So Case's wife has Esmer looking at her, and she's like, you remind me of the mommy of Salem. She has scales too, but she doesn't like coming into town because her only dress is see-through.
Oh my god, she should come into town anyway. Nude is natural.
Do ones cancel or just not count?
They don't count.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand why Dad doesn't like you wearing your see-through dress. He says he doesn't he doesn't like you wearing it, and I don't understand why.
He only doesn't like it when I wear it outside of the bedroom, and it's because my butt is better than his.
Oh.
Alice looking back and forth between them, very confused.
One success.
Well, you do have a really nice butt, especially when there's honey.
You could re-roll the 10 because 10's
Okay.
Yeah, so roll another die.
The one's always exploded.
Wow. The mommy of Salem said something about when she was young, it was against the rules for women to show even their ankles.
That's really freaking old. My dad is like that.
That's very outdated. Yes.
Yeah, but she got me this pretty scarf to go with my butterflies. She said she had to go through a head gate to the market to get it for me.
Oh
wow. Do you know where she lives?
She lives in the woods near Autumn. She takes care of all the kids with the wolves helping her.
Interesting. I wonder if she needs any help.
Maybe because the other kids do make trouble for Mr. Detective over there. They like to rob the school.
Oh no.
They also rob the police station's break room. They like to steal the donuts.
Donuts?
Rose will nod.
Like, the only reason I know Mr. Detective's full name is they showed me a lunchbox. At least they called it a lunchbox. It looked like Tupperware to me, and it said Mel Gordon on it.
Wait.
They stole donuts. Where are they keeping the donuts? We need to free the donuts.
Free the donuts. Jesus Christ. Rose looks over to them and shakes her head like, wow.
The realization has dawned on Mel. That was the third one.
I will speak with her and see what I can do to help with this matter.
She's
So-
blinking her eyes like sweetly at Detective Malcolm, and she goes, "Did you figure it out yet? Or do I need to take you to see what they truly look like? Because I can take you there. You might die, though, and then you'll be stuck living there if you die." I'm waiting to see the what the fucks from Johnny.
If they happen to show up, if the 3 lunch boxes happen to show up on my desk at some point, I won't say a thing.
They gave them to Dawn when they were done eating them. I helped eat them.
Oh, the Dawn that Mel knows.
Yes,
right?
the Dawn
Okay.
who helps run the community center.
It's like,
I usually like helping eating lunches too.
okay, I guess I gotta talk to Dawn.
The youngest one also told me if I saw you to say sorry for burning some paperwork on your desk.
What?
He didn't mean to, he sneezed.
Oh, joy. Well, at least I've got it all here. And he pulls out his phone, puts it back.
So
Hey.
Ella runs off for a minute. Ella runs off.
Of course she does. Fucking Ella.
Ella will be back.
I swear she has ADHD.
Yes, she does.
She does.
So bad.
She looks at Rose and she goes, "If you want to see Salem's mommy, I could take you to her.
Okay.
Do you
I'll
mind
nod.
through what's called the Autumn Farm?"
Well, I am Autumn, so no.
I don't understand what you mean when you say that, but okay. Looks at Mel. "Do you want to go too, or do you want to keep hiding from your wolf of a girlfriend?"
Rose's brows go up.
Whatever could you mean?
I think she means what she said she meant. She would have said something different otherwise, right?
Sweet stuff.
One, I have no girlfriend.
But with how much you and Miss Winona got along, I thought you'd make a cute couple, so I've been telling everyone you're dating.
Oh, if you're dating, does that mean you're gonna have babies? I love children.
Rose starts laughing. She's like, oh my god. I love this kid.
You're so intelligent and kind. She's totally being an ass kisser right now. If anyone wants to roll, you don't even have to roll for this because it's a 9-year-old. And Miss Winona's so strong, especially when it's a full moon.
Oh my.
You sound like you guys would have loads of fun.
Remind me.
Having fun is the best.
Nona, because Remind me of
what?
Winona.
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 Blood Talon. The one who told you, long as you don't damage anything, you're free to walk through the woods. The one who only respected you in the group because you weren't being an asshole and threatening to burn the forest down and shit.
Wow.
You'd think some of our players would learn how to talk to werewolf NPCs.
You thought, but no.
Jesus Christ.
So Esmer will get up and she'll be like, so let's go for a walk. I'm bored of playing. Maybe we can throw some flowers at Father Dom as we go by. I like to do that and dump buckets of water on him. It's fun.
Well, if it's fun, then let's do it. I love having fun.
Sure, it's not quite as fun for him.
I'm waiting to hear Johnny rolling over there.
So if and when they pass Father Dom, immediately upon seeing Esme, all he's going to do is hold a finger up, pull out a pop-out umbrella, open it, and get under it. Broad daylight, clear skies.
I'll make sure
under the
there's no
umbrella.
buckets of water.
Rose furrows her brow like, what?
Oh god, I just spelled one of my ST rolls for Esmer. The butterflies look like they've all turned red and black, and she smiles, and it looks almost, you know how like little ghost children in movies smile, that creepy little smirk?
Uh-huh.
That's how she's smiling right now. Would you like to meet your godfather?
Esmer.
Godfather.
Oh, look at her. Yes. What have I told you about being a spoogly boogly? I'll say from under his umbrella.
Rose peeks under the umbrella like, what are you doing?
This one has a habit of showering me with petals or drops of water or sometimes blood, but he'll shake his head.
Blood's easy to get if I go in the princess's mausoleum.
There's really... I don't see anything wrong with a little bit of blood, but okay.
As long as you're not getting dumped with honey, because if it's honey, then you're wasting honey, and that's not good.
Lord, he just crosses himself. Mal, do me a favor. Come stand closer to me, my oldest friend. Just bring your sanity closer to Father Dom, please.
It's like, crazy bunch of yahoos, eh, bro?
I've been getting these honey buns from her, and I was wondering if you have treats too, because I would like some treats.
So Father Dom reaches into his pocket. He'll dig around for a moment. He'll pull out something in a small wrapper, and he'll hold out a communion wafer to him.
He looks at it, sniffs it for a second, and then nibbles it out of his hand.
And I'll just cross him. Power of Christ compels you. That's the only treat I got for you, lad, but it should do you well.
As she leaves, she drags her fingernails along the side of the church, leaving an imprint.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Paint and lock on your trash can. Can't kick it over anymore, the kid mumbles as she walks.
Behind me, wee Satan.
Rose puts a hand on her shoulder. She's like, she says, why are you being so mean?
Why not? They worship
I had power over spirit.
Is all she says to Rose and keeps walking.
What? I didn't hear what she said.
She said, why not? They worship a false god.
Well, you know what? That's not something she can argue with.
Yeah.
She's just like,
she'll argue religion with you all day. So as you go through the forest, it's very calm. You hear the occasional crunch and like canine snarl, but nothing actually comes out to greet you.
I'm gonna text you, Danica.
Of course you are.
You can keep talking.
About I want to say about 20 to 25 minutes into the walk, you come upon what looks like a camp of like random tents, boxes, sleeping bags, tarps, etc., with children all over the place here.
Rose tilts her head like,
Soon as they see Mel Gordon, though, they all start trying to make a run for it.
Muttering, why does everybody run from the nicest cop out there?
Only
Oh,
one
you're a cop?
run, and she actually comes out. This is her mortal form. I don't have a
Not
name for her yet.
in game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Arms crossed. Officer, my children did nothing. And when she talks, you can see smoke and brimstone almost falling out of her mouth. She has scales like a certain Ella also.
Ooh,
He
Ella
starts-
got left behind.
When she says officer, he looks down, starts patting himself, and then looks up at her.
If you
What?
want Johnny, it would also be good at some point to get them introduced to their court, but probably let them wrap up the personal stuff.
Yeah. Once they wrap it up, I'll do that for you.
Yeah. Case looks at her and then he like tilts his head and he just smiles. It's like, you're like Ella, and I like that.
The Draconic looks towards him and goes, "Who is Ella?"
Ella is my wife, and she is like a dragon too.
Did you come to adopt?
I can adopt? Can I adopt her? And he points at Esmer. She gives me treats.
You would have to talk to the old warlock. She's not one of mine.
Okay.
Out of character for anyone paying attention to what she says, unlike other characters who call mages wizards, she called this one specifically warlock. Anyone with more than one dot in a cult would know the traditional meaning of warlock is oathbreaker.
I only have one dot in a cult, so.
Only one dot in a cult for Case.
I think right now the only player character is Waltz that has more than one dot pin.
Oathbreaker.
She
Like,
she kind of looks between them and she goes, "You seem too alive to live with one of the Shadowlands people anyway. Do you not know she walks with the dead?"
Rose nods. That explains a lot.
I
Case
never
nods.
their kind.
And she just kind of shrugs. I was born on the Day of the Dead, so it doesn't bother me.
So you kind of know how it works.
I'll nod.
Some of the kids have like slowly creeped closer and they're watching you guys. Like one, he looks about maybe 4 or 5, has like little balls of fire in his hands, like aimed at Case. Sorry, Case, but out of all the potential threats, you're burnable.
so,
Case is just
do I
smiling
know
sweetly.
if this lady has submitted paperwork to be
She has
a
not.
caretaker?
She has not submitted paperwork. You know this because you've actually talked about her and met her, but that was in our text RP. You do know she
Okay.
she doesn't have the right paperwork to submit. She has no birth certificate, she doesn't have an ID, nothing like that, which is typical with a lot of changelings.
Yeah.
Case looks over at the one with the fireballs aimed at him and he's like, "Can I adopt him? He looks like fun."
Rose shakes her head. I'm not sure that would be the greatest idea.
It's the best idea because then we can have all the fun, and he can help cook too. Because like we like cooking, and then it would be a very interesting way of cooking too. And I bet, oh, you can make so many treats.
Right now, it looks like he wants to cook you, Case.
He smiles so sweetly at him, and he's like, "Do you want to cook me?"
The child like
folds his
lowers the
hands.
fireball some, but is not sure how to take Case.
Rose looks to the draconic. Oh, I am new here, but I have experience with things like this. If you would like some help, I can also help legitimize taking care of them.
Mel
You got
smiles.
eyes, Rose looks
Mel
at Mel.
smiles and looks at her. We've been working on that.
You get. Oh, which one are you looking at when you smile? The dragon or Rose?
Looking between Rose and
Beautiful
Caretaker.
Rose, decent looking dragon who's in just panties and a see-through teddy.
But the Case has slowly crept closer to the kid, and he offered him one of the honey buns that he got.
The kid like takes it, nibbles at it. He runs over to a girl who looks about his age, but she's covered in like these moving tattoos from her forehead to her toes.
I'll also say I can also provide other necessities such as clothing, food.
Mm-hmm.
What would you want in trade? Nothing is free.
Well, we.
Do you want my treasures to work for you? Speaking
What are
of which, she goes, pulls something out of a bag, hands today's Tupperware bowl to Mel Gordon.
they?
He just takes it matter of factly. Thank you. He like stuffs it into his traction into his
You wish
sweatshirt.
for
Just
them to stop. The one who's been doing it has pink hair.
By the way, Case is slowly making his way like towards like the girl with the tattoos is and the boy, and he's like doing a little juggling trick, and he's just trying to make them smile. He's being so adorable.
Salem needs a daycare, apparently.
So Case is over there just being like the most friendly teddy bear, and he's like, "It's okay."
Hold on a moment.
Rose thinks about you might want in return. Her virtue is charity, so that's not something that she thought about as if she wanted something in return. Like she just wants to help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Case's virtue is hope, so hello.
I mean, and also she's thinking about that, doing something like this for the community helps her image. So that's just kind of her reputation is most important to her than anything.
When Rose said that she was just gonna do it, and looked confused, whatever.
Oh, she didn't say that out loud. Confused? That's what she was thinking about.
Oh,
yeah.
Confused when the other one offered her something at all.
She asked what she wanted in return from her for helping her out because, and she was like, and she looked slightly taken aback about that statement. Like I hadn't thought about that. I was just offering to help at this moment. But that was the kind of the look that crossed her face. But she'll She'll look to her and
But
she'll say, "Huh? Go ahead."
But when she looked taken aback, Mel just looked over, pull something out of his pocket, and hand it to her. It's his card about how to get up with him.
Okay.
He'll say, if you want a place to give back, we can talk.
She'll nod. Okay.
I do not mind, Miss Rose, was it?
Yes.
Working with you, but I will never leave my treasure's side.
That's fine. I'm not asking you to. I just
Just as she looks at Case, juggling, if I was to let him adopt, I would require to still be able to visit.
Case nods and he's like, "That's fine." He seems to really like this girl with tattoos. And what's your names?
The little girl looks confused when you talk. The boy starts saying something in another language, and she nods and she goes, Nadia, and pats her chest. And then the boy goes, my name's Aiden.
Okay, can I adopt both of them? Nadia and Aiden?
Are you married?
Yes.
I want to meet your wife first, and I wish to see where you will live before you adopt.
Okay, he pulls out his phone and he messages Ella to come here. He's like, my wife is close by. She just was away for a second.
I gave too many. Well, her tattoos moved. That one's fine. I have like 4 pictures for Nadia that I was like, potential Nadia. And I'm like, that one doesn't have tattoos. No, not that one either. And if you're wondering, the style of tattoos is actually henna.
Yes.
Very nice.
Sending Johnny their pictures now, and I'll send them to you too.
Aw. Oh, that's adorable.
Where'd that picture just save? That pisses me off.
Oh my god, my nose.
But Esmer has sort of disappeared. You don't know where she went, but there's around 20 kids total in this camp sharing blankets. They've got a huge fire built. They have like what looks like an old gypsy cart, traveling cart like they'd live inside of, that's been sawed in half that they've set up as like a bed for the dragon lady. But
wow.
Yeah. But each kid, you notice, has like set up one specific box that they've like sloppily written their name on, that each kid has like one belonging toy that's like theirs and theirs alone.
But yeah, Ella gets a text on how to get here.
Rose will make
She'll
a mental
say
note.
she's on her way with presents.
Yes.
Of course, presents. All the presents. She knew they were going to see kids. That's why she got presents, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's see if Johnny likes these, and then I'll send them to Steven. Where are you in my friends list? So Rose is being shown around the camp. The kids are trying to avoid Mel because they know what they did was wrong. He doesn't have to say it.
Case is being a bundle of joy, drawing the kids' attention.
You'll notice each child also is dressed. If they're not in a hedge garment, their clothing is from the era they were taken in. Some are dressed modern, some are more old school. There's like a girl that I'd say is around 12 to 14, dressed in a dress way too. You can tell when she was taken, it was in style, and she was much younger, and she's tried to grow into it, and it literally traditionally would have been to her ankles, and now it's to right above her knees.
Oh my gosh, they're so adorable.
There's a boy who looks about 16. He's holding a baby. There's little kids playing with blocks. Not all these kids have overlays yet. You will notice they have stolen school books, like math books and stuff, and they've somehow stolen one of the police station's whiteboards and Sharpies with a dry eraser.
Rose she takes everything in and she just is making mental notes, and she finally will actually pull her phone out and just start typing on her phone's notepad like everything that needs to be done. She's definitely in that kind of mode right now.
There is one other child.
Mel will occasionally look over and see what she's writing.
She's just
notes.
making notes like, clothing types for different various ages, sizes, a building for them to be in, like
yes.
Just,
without doing anything, Mel is already running through similar things in his head. He's just nodding as you're typing.
She's just taking those notes.
Has stopped at what looks like it was once a kid's sleeping box, because they like turn the big wooden shipping crates over and use them like covered beds to keep rain and stuff off the kids when they don't have tents. It looks like it's been emptied out, and she goes, there was another. She's still here in Salem, but it was too crowded here. She didn't want to stay. There's a house near here that they say is haunted. I believe a Nikolai owns it. She's been breaking in and sleeping there. It's one of Autumn's mini houses.
Red.
I'll nod.
If you have a map, I can mark it and you can go check on her. She likes to go into town when she gets hungry. She's 11, so it's not like she's as young as some of the other treasures, but if I could get her into a setting with an adult guardian more quickly than these who sleep and are with me 24/7 for the most part, I would feel a lot more comfortable, because she refuses to sleep with others.
I could take her in.
She nods. Her name's Morgan.
Morgan.
If you call her name when you go, she will not run from you. And she will not, she looks at Case, blast you.
Case smiles softly.
She's not fire like Aiden, but she gets bright. And she can get angry.
She smiles.
Ed, that I was thinking, it's Morgan.
Morgan. Yeah, Morgan.
The hood.
No, that person's name.
No, not her. Okay.
No, that person's name, not Morgan.
All right. Okay.
Johnny, you can arrive at any point.
So, do you two like treats? He just talking like that to him.
The boy says yes. Then he asks Nadia in their language. I don't know if either of your characters know Hindu Indian traditional dialect from India.
I mean, out of game, yes, but not in game. Not with this character.
Yeah, but the boy's translating for her, because apparently he's taken the time to learn English. She hasn't.
So Ella will walk up and she hands Mal a 6-count box of donuts. Like, here, please, take this.
Ella just hands him a half dozen.
Just a half dozen. Here you go. And then it's assorted. And then
those jelly donuts that don't have the hole in the middle, they're more like a bun full of jelly, but they're like fried like a donut with powdered sugar and everything on the outside. Those are the kind of them I had originally that the kids are eating now.
Yeah, basically she'll go over and she'll kind of pull like a handkerchief out of her pocket. And she'll look over at Case and say, Daddy was stress cooking.
Yay!
She'll put down the Yeah, those are really, really good donuts, by the way.
Two
But-
Hindu children are looking at Ella like, and like the girl says something in Hindu to the boy, and the boy starts laughing. Goes, "Do we have two dragon moms now?"
So she puts the handkerchief. She'll carefully open it up and kind of put it on the floor and smooth it out, and then she basically courses like magic into it, and it'll resize, and there's a lot of food on it.
Oh god, so much food.
You guys
cool.
want food? We have all the treats. See?
What originally looked like maybe 8 children at most in the camp at the moment has swarmed to 20, and they are all circling the food and grabbing food off it.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Birds. Big
Oh,
birds.
You will notice though the older kids aren't like fighting with the younger kids. They're like passing food out to the smaller kids and then getting food for themselves. For homeless hoodlums, as Detective Black calls them, they actually have quite a few bits of manners.
Rose
They're
smiles
not
at that.
stealing from Gordon.
she'll actually hold out a piece of honey cake.
He just looked at the donuts, closed it back, and set it on the spread. Just like
You
Whatever.
will notice with Nadia and Aiden tries all food before Nadia eats it.
So she'll
Hmm.
look at Case and say, "Were these the ones?" and point at them.
Yes, Nadia and Aiden. He
She'll
tried to
come
throw.
over to them.
He had fire, and it was awesome.
Fire!
You'll notice
Oh
that
my
tattoos
god!
across the girl's face have moved down to from just her shoulders to her toes.
And her appearance changes like mine does. And she
Yes.
wiggles.
He does this little dance, and he's like, "I thought they were wonderful."
You always pick the best. And she'll crouch, like she'll come near them, but not like fast. Like she seems to understand, not to fucking just come at a child. And she'll wave at them. Hi.
They'll wave back. You have noticed a small ring of fire on the ground that has gone off the boy and then formed around them, keeping you about 5 feet from them.
Mhm.
I'm Ella.
And
No
I'm
relation to Cinder. And she'll wiggle.
And I'm Case, just in case you wanted to know. And he grins, wiggling his nose.
I'm Aiden, the boy says, and then he'll turn to the girl and say in their language the introductions, and she'll do the same chest tap and go, Nadia. Dragon Mom will explain, though, that they actually were brother and sister before they were taken. That's why they're so close.
She'll chew her lip.
Case will look over at Ella.
How about we get to know each other better? And we'll do fun things like going bowling and reading stories and watching movies and cooking together.
Board games and video games and
Board games and video games.
and magic tricks.
The
Yes!
kids look at each other. The boy's repeating what they say. He like slows down on the word video game, trying to translate it. And he's like looking at Dragon Mom, who explains video games weren't quite around when they were taken, but they did have cars and stuff. So, but the kids don't seem rejecting the idea. They just seem kind of shy. And Dragon Mom has explained the only thing left to do is she wants Mel Gordon to check you guys out, make sure there's no criminal records connected to your names.
Do they really look like criminals? Like that's
No, they don't, but
what
Dragon Mom.
to the players present is what you mean? Check out the players present.
Yeah.
They also
Okay.
know her father, so we'll have to check him out too. But We can do that later.
She needs to know the address where you'll be living with the children. And like she told Case, all she requires is to be able to visit now and then and check up. Because they're treasures.
He
Which
will weigh
Case is
that
like
up.
dragon
That's a
friend.
given.
Case is like, dragon friend. We could have more dragon friends. Yay!
So she'll look at the other
Yeah.
dragon and she'll say, "So we will share the treasure."
We can share. I don't mind sharing.
But
Share
Mel's
the
gonna take a
treasure.
picture of
Okay.
everybody, so you can check on them later,
He'll
including
nod.
the
She'll nod.
kids.
Oh, you're taking pictures of the kids. Fuck, I gotta give you their files then. Damn it! Because 2 of the older kids do have juvie records.
He will check it later,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can get it to me when you need to.
Rose, now that that's arranged, Case and Ella have been given permission if they want to take the 2 out for dinner, they can tonight. One of the older kids has stated, since you guys don't have a map, if Rose wants to see the house owned by Autumn Court, he'll show her the way, because he goes there sometimes and cleans up the yard.
Sure. She'll accept that.
And Mel Gordon, I'm also wrapping this up a little bit because Mel's got to disappear for a little while here soon.
You got a scene for another venue, but
Yeah.
it's not for a little bit, so we got some
I thought you were an
time.
hour ahead of me. And I thought your scene was at 7 and you're an hour ahead of me.
He's pushed it to about 7:30, but still,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Okay, so Mel can come along if he wants.
Yay! Mel remembers Nikolai. Nikolai remembers Mel. They were friends, weren't they, Mel?
Had an interesting
Ella and
friendship, but
Case were given directions to the diner, and they're going to go eat dinner with the kids at Big Mama's Diner.
Yay!
Oh, was it Aiden the one that had the fireballs?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, Aiden had fireballs.
Okay.
So while you 2 are at the diner, I'll get back to you in a moment, Case. You can just mute for now, and you and Johnny can type how you're talking to each other. The kids are typical, little kids. They're 4 years old and 8 years old, so you can guess how they talk. The only real thing you'll notice is both of them do not eat ground beef. Like any cow meat, they will not eat at all.
Understandable. They're in the culinary business, so they understand dietary restrictions and respect it.
Yeah, which works great. Can't wait for grandparents to meet them. So, Rose, you're led by a teenager who, even though he says he's like 15, he's almost 8 feet tall.
Jesus. Okay.
Got very pale gray skin, really big hands, and he's carrying a tire iron for a semi truck around like it's nothing.
Yeah, she's only 5'8" without heels. So yeah, wow.
Players would know he is a kithless ogre.
Okay.
Mel just sees a really big guy claiming to be a teenager.
Big
Right.
fella, yeah.
Big guy.
Like, he'll leave long
And
trails that
gray
seem
skin.
marked almost by a red thread. Occasionally you'll see it tied around a tree, and he'll point out and go, "You follow the markers, go past them left or right, and the wolves will get mad."
She'll nod. Okay, I will remember that.
No
So
cutting
the
trees.
group is going to see
They're going to the house. They don't know Nikolai's there. Because
Okay.
as far as the Autumn Court knows, this house is still empty too. This isn't the one Nikolai originally moved into. Even though Nikolai secretly goes into like every freaking building he wants.
Everyone, especially when he's trying to get clothes.
You will notice as you get closer, there are tons of beautiful autumn colors, but there's frost all over the ground for some reason. Like a thin
Yeah,
layer of snow almost, about 1 inch.
yeah, she thinks that that's weird. Like it's too early for frost like this.
It connects to a story plot, but I
Oh
have to.
yeah, I'm sure.
And you will notice near the porch there are a murder of crows around something that you thought was just a lump of snow at first until it moved and you noticed long dark hair.
So Rose pretty much runs over to the figure.
Plot, plot, plot. Plot, plot, plot. Plot horrible, horrible things. Um, yeah, that's what's sleeping out there, which I'll use the overlay you made for her after this. This is her inner
Yeah.
character.
Mm-hmm.
You will notice her eyes are open. She doesn't seem like she's actually hurt or anything. She's just laying, hanging out with the birds, and she has bird seed in her hands.
So, noticing that she's not hurt or anything, she, um, her concerned demeanor it backs off slightly, but not all the way. She'll crouch down and look to her. Are you Morgan?
She'll look at you and she'll nod her head yes. She's still feeding the crows who are pretty much all over her. And they don't seem to be attacking her. They're just chilling on her.
She smiles. She'll say, "I'm Rose."
Nice to meet you.
I am going to be helping out the dragon mom.
When you say that, she sits up and she puts some of the bird seed in the big guy's hand, and he's holding it, and he tries to get the birds to take it. They won't, so he just eats it himself.
That's fantastic.
The big guy.
Yeah. She looks
The
at
one-
Mal Gordon, and she's like, I know you. I see you around the police station.
Mm-hmm. The big guy is. Wait. You mean the ogre?
The kid, the
right?
ogre kid. I don't have a name for
Okay.
him.
All right.
I literally have
All
stats
right.
for him, seeming kith, that's it.
Okay. It's like, yeah. You know you can come visit me, right?
Yes. I like to laugh as the kids sneak around you.
You know, if you asked, I wouldn't mind
I don't need your.
giving out food.
The gas station has better. Is all she says with a small smile.
He smirks back and just nods.
I like the churros.
Oh.
She looks at Rose. She goes, so you work for Dragon Mom, or are you working Lucio's community center? Or she kind of glances. I gotta make sure the Mr. Wolf guy's not coming.
Mr. Wolf guy.
Mel like breathes in and he's tempted to yell out Nikolai, but
He's totally coming.
he's staring at her at Morgan as he does it, and then he just grins and relaxes.
He owns all the houses. He doesn't know I stay here. And she like to shh at Rose. Come on. And she like shows them to a window she has like semi propped open with a thumbtack. Just open enough that it still looks closed, but she can just pull it up.
She looks and she smiles.
She'll prop it open and slip in, and she'll open the door, unlock it from the inside, and let him in.
She'll walk in.
It's not furnished. There's spider webs everywhere. There's like drawings on the wall that are totally obviously drawn by Autumn Quarters at some point.
Mm-hmm.
She'll take you to the living room where under like a turned over coffee table, she's sprawled out a sleeping bag, and beside it she has a black teddy bear that has the word from Esmer on a little card on it. and then she has a little cardboard box full of random food.
Yeah, she takes in everything that she has set up for herself. And she doesn't mind the aesthetic of the place. Being autumn, it's not a big deal for her.
Like for changelings who can tell, and anyone who can see the mantles and means, when she plops down, there's like little leaves that sprawl out all over her hair, and she's like, "So, what did you need me to do?"
Well, I was wondering if you might want a different place to stay.
She kind of looks around. Well, maybe. What do you want? She's pulled out some playing cards and she's shuffling them and laying them down in a row right now as you talk.
I want to make sure that you're safe. And I am going to be working with Dragon Mom to keep an eye on all of the kids. And she says that you are a special case because you don't like to sleep with the others. So I offer to help.
No.
I can give you, you can stay with me and I can keep an eye on you.
She kind of like bites her lip. She starts to say something else and then she changes the wording in the middle of the sentence. They don't like, I mean, I get too bright for them.
She'll nod. Like yeah. She gives her this soft, empathetic look. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You'll notice her eyes almost turn an even brighter yellow shade when she looks at a card, smirks at Mel, and then puts it aside and starts drawing more cards and laying them out.
Oh, what is the significance of that card? And keep in mind, Supernal Vision is still on. What?
That's all she says with a playful smile is, "That's just an ace of diamonds." She'll stop. Did you hear that?
That was an out of game question.
Oh,
okay,
out of game.
Yeah,
well, out of game. I'll tell you this: her kiths are Oracle and Bright One.
Okay.
She doesn't need the cards. There's something she uses to play with and kind of freak people out because fear.
Okay.
Soon as she asks you guys, "Did you hear that?" though, she's sort of crawled into one of the cupboards that's like half rotted but still standing. If Johnny gets the cue.
What they hear is the sound of wood creaking.
Mel will go to the door and look for who he thinks it probably is.
Well, not at the door, but they hear wood creaking and the sound of like the branches banging against the side of the house and like kind of squeaking against the glass as the air in the room gets not colder, but more still.
Still, Mel is at the door looking around like just looking for Nikolai. He even says under his breath, "Nick."
Here's a soft growl, almost in the edge of his hearing, like a.
That's you. Come on out. I know you like to do that, and I know that's what makes you powerful, but you can come out.
He hears a soft whisper in his ear. Oh, God. Perhaps I'm already here.
Everyone knows Mel loves a wolf behind him.
Rose startles a bit, like, okay.
But and then Mel switches No. What could it be?
He'll smile softly.
He, he's trying to fake it to give him just that little bit, but still.
He'll step back. Nikolai
Okay.
is a tall man. He stands at about 6'8", but he's very thin, still muscled, but thin. And he's wearing all black. And he'll smile down to Mel.
Hey, old man, and he'll throw out an arm to him.
He'll give him an embrace. I'm amazed you did not say trick or treat. And what are you doing in my woods today?
Looking to help out a little scamp.
Did you bring the frost with you?
No.
Why? I know they're letting out the pumpkin spice latte earlier this year. And his eyes, his beautiful silver eyes, will swing over at Rose. And who is this?
Rose Black, Your Majesty.
One of mine. Have you come to stay in my court?
I have.
What do you think, Mel? He'll elbow him. Should I keep her?
Just shrug.
Or do I feed her to the wolves? She looks like she'd make a lovely snack.
She swallows a little bit, like.
She seems like a good one. But I'm not one to say anything about that because you are the king after all.
Of course not. I don't just happen to respect you as a judge of character.
Don't mind my roles.
And he'll look over at Morgan, although he knows that she doesn't want to be seen, and so he's continuing to willfully ignore her.
That's a good roll.
Oh, man, you know soon
Mm.
my season will be upon us. We're going to have a little fete to celebrate my rise to power. You should come. You'll be my guest. Be my
Wouldn't want it
guest.
way.
Yeah.
And then he stops.
He laughed.
was
He hummed it
starting
for a second
to-
too. He started to hum it too at the same time you did. He just stopped and chuckles.
The old tales that have
Deal.
changed so much since Hollywood got a hold of them.
Too true. Nobody lops their feet off anymore to fit them in glass shoes. But you know what they say, Miss Black?
Hmm. Look,
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. And he'll blow a kiss at her and Mel. He vanishes.
Just kind of blinks. Okay.
You hear a soft exhale of air, a suit of breath once he's gone from the cupboard. And she'll crawl out and kind of whisper, the one problem with water. Do you think he actually eats children like everyone says? To Rose.
She shrugs. Sure, it's possible, but you know, a lot of things are said to just scare people, so.
Yeah. Will your place have heating?
Yes.
She'll shuffle her deck real fast, flip a card, get the Joker. All right, why not? She'll kind of roll her sleeping bag up, stick it in the box of food, stick the teddy bear in the box, and pick it up. No, Johnny's about to jump out at me and get me right as Morgan's leaving with Rose.
Why do you always expect that with Nikolai? Why?
Every time Nikolai's in the scene, I expect
Nikolai.
right behind us.
Because it's Nikolai.
But I meant to ask, does her overlay look correct to you guys that's up? Because on my screen it looks backwards, so
It's fine.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
It looks right.
Yep. You have to open the Hangout toolbox and mirror the overlay for it to look right to you, but it looks right to everybody else.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
So, with that, Morgan will leave with Rose and she'll be like, where do you live?
Salem's a fairly small town, right?
The map I have up is for the central part of Salem, but it has recently expanded. The skyscrapers are more towards the city line.
She would have wanted to stay within a reasonable distance of the Autumn Court, so.
Which their main meeting places are the asylum and the diner they own.
Okay, we'll just say that she lives near the diner.
Which there's some like on the outside they're brick penthouse style apartment.
Perfect.
But on the inside they're actually like modern luxury style.
Perfect. That's exactly what she would live in. So yeah, that's where she lives.
Okay, that works. I mean, with her income, I could have really put her anywhere you wanted.
Yeah.
So,
and Mel will offer that if you can do, just call him and he'll take care of things.
Okay, sounds good.
Like making you legal guardian, this, that, whatever.
Yeah. She probably will get with him later to just kind of legitimize everything so that it's on the up and up.
As you're kind of saying that, you notice she'll like adjust her box and she'll like pull a little purse out towards the edge and use her mouth to pull it open. And she'll be like, here, Lynn Pell gave me this and said if I get a guardian, they'll need it.
She'll take it.
It is a birth certificate.
She breathes a sigh of relief, like, okay, we don't have to jump through too many hoops then, because, yes.
and that's the mayor, right? If I'm remembering right.
Be the mayor. Lucio took over for her when she got pregnant with Lucio's babies, and then Lucio had to go to rehab. There is no mayor right now. She literally is volunteering at the office to help out. But that's not what she does. She runs a matchmaking company right now.
I think we all.
But yeah, he knows the name, and he'll just
go back as the mayor.
He'll look at the certificate as it passes by and just nod, like, "Good, that part's
yeah."
even got the name she claimed on it. It matches her age. She said she let you know there's a social security in the purse too, and stuff like that.
On it.
Yeah. So yeah, Rose will just, give him all of the information that he needs in order to process that kind of paperwork. So yeah.
Have uh
And she'll give
legal
her.
birth certificate.
Yep. Yeah, she's got everything she
Okay,
needs.
cool. All right.
So she made
He'll
sure when
just
she came back that she got that stuff. So
he'll just like snap pictures of everything and put his phone away. It's like that's all I need.
fantastic.
Okay.
She smiles and she'll shake his hand and say, "I really appreciate you helping me."
Mm-hmm. And like I said, if you need food donations, since you've got another mouth to feed, let me know. Whatever.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Like Morgan is sort of restlessly watching them communicate. Occasionally, her eyes will dart back to the house's door.
Yeah, after her and Mel are finished speaking, she'll take Morgan inside. And she's in a 3-bedroom, so she'll have her own room.
Yeah, like she'll look around the room. She'll be like, "Can I decorate it however I want?"
She nods. You can. It's a really nice room, but the walls are white, so she can really do whatever she wants.
She smiles. "Oh, this is going to be beautiful." Is all she says and walks into the bedroom.
Great. And she lives with the Muse too, so this is awesome.
So, by the way,
I just thought Mel will have to examine the house.
Oh,
The
he
house.
can come. He can come in. Yeah. He can come in and look around. It's a very modern
What were you saying,
structure.
though, Johnny, as they leave?
I'm just gonna point out something when Mel gets home.
Oh, but
Oh my!
he's checking out the apartment to make sure that everything's safe and kosher and all that. And
It's probably
satisfied. He'll
nicer
just
than when Lucio took Dawn in.
tons nicer.
Or
It's
when
really,
Ron was visiting through the mirror.
it's really
He'll-
You
nice.
know what? Let's not talk about that.
He'll say his goodbyes and just sort of and start heading home, realizing he didn't drive.
Realizing he didn't drive, he got to walk now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he'll make his way back to his house.
There's
I
something
haven't even
waiting
decided where
on the
he's living,
porch
but
for him. There's something waiting for the porch on the porch for him when he gets home.
okay.
I'm putting a picture of it up.
Uh-oh.
It's just waiting there lovingly for him.
Oh gosh.
No note, no nothing, just
Oh,
that.
Just the bucket. Okay.
Just the bucket with candy.
You gotta wonder, out of all the monarchs that Mel Gordon has to deal with, which one's his favorite?
The Autumn King.
Actually, he prob we can talk about where he lives off because I haven't decided really. But yeah, he just gets to his home and whatever the situation is, he looks and just sees the bucket and just hand slowly slides to face. Oh. And then he'll reach down, pick it up, sling it over his shoulder, and just walk in.
Mel Gordon needs a wife.
He has a wife, they're just not married. We all know it's Nikolai.
Like I met Case's player, the children are very polite, very tidy when they eat. the boy Aiden is eating a chicken salad, and the girl ordered a fish taco.
Yeah, Case is eating like 5 different appetizers, a loaded potato soup, chicken fried steak, mac and cheese. It's all in front of him.
Ella is basically just Ella is actually really, really good with children, and she's like helping them eat and like giving them whatever they need and like just talking to them like politely. Like she actually really does seem very good with children.
Case does too. Actually, it's not like he spent his entire life raising a kid.
So as you eat, you'll notice every employee that is a changeling in the diner is of Autumn Court. And like symbols you would take on a Autumn Court's freehold are hidden inside the artwork scattered throughout the diner.
Ooh.
Which the diner also has a community board hung up with job listings, missing kids, missing pets, etc. This has become a very big note of community, apparently.
Oh my. Ella will kind of pat, like she'll paw at like Case. And she'll be like, there are children and they're missing and they're doing the missing thing.
I see that. They're missing like donuts. They need to be free.
I'm gonna cry.
Well, Nadia is focused on her as big as her face fish taco. The boy looks over and he goes, "Yeah, I heard that there was claw marks, like from a dog, all over their houses."
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Shouldn't have lived so close to the hedge. Mr. Bag.
Oh, no.
We have
He wiggles in
to
his
do
seat.
Face.
He holds up his he puts his shield and his sword on his lap and he's like, "I'll protect you. I always protect you.
Always protect you." She'll nod.
He
You're
takes a
safe.
bite of his salad and nods, listening to him.
I am Case, the teddy bear knight, at your service. I will protect you and guide you and give you food. And it's my duty to make you smile.
And I am Ella, no relation to Cinder, the dragon princess.
Who is this Cinder you keep talking about?
She's not important. I'm the better Ella.
Okay.
She just nods.
Waitress comes over. She's a changeling. You can't tell what she is though, just from first look. She'll be like, "Do you want any refills?" She'll give you history of town if you ask.
Yay!
Minor is a location owned and run by the Autumn Court, and that they had a really bad reputation and review until Nikolai came along.
Right though.
But originally she'll whisper the gossip of it was an ogre running the place to begin with. So a gristle.
Oh
Owned and run the place in like 6 years. She died.
I'm not judging anyone or anything. She'll just say, but
Don't lie, Ella. You are judging. And he just cups her cheeks.
I am not. She like just puts her chin up in the air.
The waitress says, quickly trying to change the subject.
Yes! I love dessert.
She looks at Case. Would the father like a free dessert too?
Yes!
She called you
Queen for 2 different reasons.
We may be parents.
The waitress is totally texting Nikolai about this situation.
He's happy and says anything that can be done to help this couple along needs to happen. He's got to see this drama.
She's also texting pictures, which Nikolai would know Aiden because when Aiden gets mad, he burns Nikolai's flowers.
Oh, she does.
Aiden's the little boy. Nadia's the
Case,
little girl.
Case is wiggling and he's smiling at them and he says, I know magic tricks too. Do you want to see a magic trick?
They nod yes. The girl doesn't fully understand, but she's nodding.
He takes a quarter and he like holds the quarter out in his palm and everything. He's like, look, okay, see, the quarter disappears. And like he does that little trick where the quarter will like go behind your hand and then he pulls it out from behind their ear. See? Magic.
The boy like does a gasp motion and the girl is like just stunned, like keeps like touching the back of her head and stuff.
He just does like spirit fingers.
See?
Totally recorded and sent to Nikolai. Nikolai's totally got a popcorn watching this.
He's in his wolf form, eating popcorn, watching this shit.
As you guys are finish up dinner, y'all each brought your choice of pie or cake.
Yay!
Why not both?
Yeah, right.
$1.50, they'll bring you a slice of both.
He does.
It's $1.50 a person. So not an expensive diner. Each slice of dessert also comes with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top of it.
Yay!
Yeah, you get Case like squeeing out for each bite. He's just like wiggling and like his cheeks are slightly flushed. Like he's
Is it
blushing.
everything you ever dreamed it would be, Case?
It's everything.
Not the cake is a Black Forest cake with cream cheese frosting and vanilla ice cream on top, and the pie is apple pie.
Yeah, he's taking little bits of the pie and little bits of the cake and like go alternating bites. He's just like, it's cleansing my palate and I'm getting two different things and it's amazing.
I can't understand you when you're that happy.
The kids are looking very happy for you, but very confused.
He's crying.
Nadia
really likes cake. She'll nod.
Yeah, Nadia says something to Aiden, and he goes, my sister wants to know, is it just you guys, or do, he's like looking for the word for, a 4 to 5-year-old. Big family, like cousins or
We have my dad. And she'll nod.
And he'll tell his sister, and she'll make like a face, like, and he'll laugh. It goes, where we're from, you're supposed to have big families, like lots of kids and sisters and brothers and cousins.
We had lots of kids and sisters and brothers and things like that. But see, the thing is that my family's city was raided to the ground and everybody was killed, and my father and I were the only ones that survived.
They look like he tells they look scared.
And then Case is like, I think I had a family, but I don't remember them.
Yeah.
More recordings of this to Nikolai.
So I guess now we're family. And she'll nod. And we can make our family bigger.
Yeah, he tells his sister says something, he goes, so when do we meet grandfather?
When we can bring you to the house. She kind of like froze her breath. I might be able to get him to come here.
Look at each other slyly.
Maybe he's still stress baking. He can bring them sweets.
Does phone take pictures like others? The boy asks.
He'll nod. Like, she'll nod.
Just send him a picture of us with the address.
She'll take pictures of him and send them to her dad. and he'll text back, like, be right there, basically.
Would you be like, what the hell's going on? Or be
Yeah.
like super
They
excited.
Case text him already. So he knew.
Case is wiggling and just so happy. It's more than just the food now. He's like,
I can put his overlay up, but I don't have his text on it, but I can put it up
That's
without the
fine.
text.
If you can put it up, that would help because I know what she looks like, but I don't know what he looks like.
You do. I showed you his picture.
Oh,
Ella.
Yes, but he'll basically so Ella's demeanor of being like very like excitable and things like that, he doesn't have that. He's actually much quieter. He'll come in and he'll look around for them. He has a way more like silver. His is very silver. His presence and his hair is silver and his eyes are silver. And he has just a very kind of commanding presence. His presence is 5. But he also seems kind of wise, and he's a draconic. He's got very dragon-like qualities. And he'll come over, and he'll sit across from the kids, and
immediately the girl saying something in Hindu to the boy, who
he'll listen to her.
The boy chuckles and he's like, he wants to know if she wants to know if grandfather is a thunder serpent.
He'll look at her and he'll very softly say, Hanman Betty.
She squills almost in pure delight. It is like moved closer to it, is like rapidly talking now instead of using her brother for a translator.
He'll listen to her.
Like she's like, what year were you born? What was it like? Where did you learn the native tongue? Just like typical kid questions.
He'll explain to her that he's white, like American, but not American. Sorry, he's white. He's British. He was born in India. He's from India. That's why Ella was basically like, oh.
But, that's also why Case was drawn to them.
While she's enjoying her conversation, Case is making little flame people dance around on his plate.
So yeah, he can speak to them, and he's basically just kind of very they would actually, his name is Hindi.
Like
so they may know that.
Modern, but it's from India. Also, their names are so. So he'll just we've got them set up. The waitress will let you know that Dragon Mom stopped by. She said if you wish to show them the house, you can. Just bring them back before the night's end.
Yeah. So they will. They'll pack up and take them home. What they had gotten was
right.
Huh?
He's the one that runs the bakery you were talking about, right?
Yes, he would have gotten a situation where it's the bakery on like the bottom and front part, and like the house on like the back and the top part, with like a small backyard.
Okay.
So there's
it's like a family bakery.
Yeah.
All right, I think I know the character better now off the top of my head.
You do. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they'll kind of let them in the house and let them like play, and they had a room they were starting to set up as a guest room, but can obviously be their room.
You'll notice that very rambunctious like kids, but at the same time as rambunctious as the boy is, he's also very gentle with his sister. Like if she says ow or anything, he'll immediately stop.
Mm-hmm.
But she would have informed the grandfather they did have a time when he didn't know how to play gentle when they were first taken, so it ended up with a lot of burns on the kids, and he felt bad about it.
Case's
well,
face
definitely fire-resistant sheets for that one.
She'll like nod in agreement as her tattoos are like swirling and moving around.
So Case is very careful about this, but like hearing that he's his like demeanor softens, and he has the sweetest look on his face, like caring, gentle, and like just straight up warm. And he just leans in and just hugs him so softly. Aiden.
His little flame woman that was dancing on his hand goes poof as he hugs you back.
And he just like nuzzles him and just gently pats his head. He says, I'll make sure that you don't feel uncomfortable, okay?
Just imagine as he gets older and gets better control, he'll do huge flames instead of little like inch tall flames.
Yay!
So the kids have a good time settling with you guys. Nadia talks about how she knows how to make sweet bread and mango bread.
Yay!
Case mentions that he'll help her learn how to get better at cooking too.
She'll nod. Other than that, there's not much there to really do. I mean, you're socializing. Rose would probably notice whenever she goes around. Morgan's settled in pretty nicely. Like she's already muttering about plans to paint the walls black.
Yes. Fantastic. She'll ask her actually if she's gonna paint the walls black, if she would like some black lights. And she can get some special paint so that she can make pictures and stuff on the walls that are only visible in the black lights.
She kind of grins and she goes, maybe. I kind of just wanted them black because I like the way my light looks.
She'll nod. Yeah, she'll agree with that. Like, okay. But yeah, and then she'll just go and like, make food and stuff like that. Just getting everything settled
Which we'll
in.
wrap up here because we've been doing it for about an hour and a half.
Yes.
So Johnny's very happy in all her little situations. Rose is now mom.
Yep.
Casey
It never takes her very long to become a mom, I swear.
is now not only Teddy Knight, he is Ted Dad.
Yes, he's Ted Dad, and he's Daddy with a little D too.
Grandpa probably has no idea how he's handling this situation yet.
It's interesting. He didn't expect to come back with grandchildren today, but hey, here we are.
The whole horde. So we will end with that, and I will end with informing you guys that Esmer was a Geist.
I figured
it was something like that. Yep.
Yes.
She's a little cuckoo, but she's harmless to the Changeling. She's harmless because she took the pledge. But so to our viewers, thank you for watching. Go have fun, and if you're going to watch any adult films, please use safe search and don't let anyone come in. Bye!